Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another Datamine here for Fire Emblem Heroes. This time it's for the Sacred Stones and Nidavellir banner. We got the level 1 stats and the level 40 stats there. That's pretty much the only thing that I was waiting on at this point. So there we go with that, and in classic fashion, I guess we could start with the stats, but we have a lot of other stuff too. We also have Peko Mama's full artwork in here, which is pretty awesome. And we have Hall of Forms as well. So why don't we actually start with Hall of Forms, right? So here is the Hall of Forms. This is going to be an Echoes-themed Hall of Forms. And we have Mythic Milla as well as Mythic Duma in here. Our first Mythic heroes, if I'm not mistaken, as possible Forma Souls. Then we have the Valentian Est. And then we also have Mycen, which is crazy that Mycen is in here already. This dude literally just came out. Like, how is he already in Hall of Forms? I have no idea how that could possibly be the case, but it's not too shabby. Of course, Milla is an offensive mythic hero, so if you don't have a lot of merges on her, this is a good chance to pick her up with some good skills and then also get a merge. You can give her high Dragon Wall, which would actually be the tits in here, because of course, having high Dragon Wall for your offense team is going to be very effective. So that would be a great skill for her. Also, skills that raise raw defense so she can activate isolation better. So stuff like Fortress Def Res 3 would be really good. Duma is more so not as useful because being a defensive mythic hero is really janky unless you're like King Freyr or somebody like that. And then this Valentian Est isn't really anything to write home about. So I would say definitely the standouts here are Milla and Mycen. Pretty awesome stuff there that we got some decent units for Hall of Forms. Okay, next up we're going to take a look at Peko Mama's artwork, I guess. So, Haythrun, but essentially Peko Mama. Alright, so there she is. She has some kind of horn there. Kind of reminds me of the Horn of Heaven from Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys remember that OG trap card from base set. Alright, there we have her angry, pouty face. Alright, more like unabased face, if that's even a word. Alright, there we have her like solemnly with her eyes closed. A little bit nervous there. I was hoping for more artwork poses than just one. Alright, whatever. Maybe they'll also explain why she's got like bandages all over her. Like, is that just part of her outfit, or does that have like some kind of meaning to it? Alright, there we go for Peko Mama. Okay, next up, should we skip ahead and take a look at like skills and inheritances and all that? It looks like Glenn has a perf weapon there, which is pretty awesome. I don't want to skip ahead though, so we'll take a look at the stats and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at Glenn's weapon there. And we have also this customization support pack, which we can take a look at here. So for $8.99, you're getting 22 orbs, and then you're getting 2 new backgrounds for your characters and your summoner support. So these are the backgrounds. They're going to be pirate ships, which I guess, I mean, every Fire Emblem game has one of those maps where you're fighting on pirate ships. So it does make sense that we'd finally get one of these. This one looks pretty cool. I do like the sun setting in the background there. I'm assuming this one's going to be for the summoner support, and then this one's just going to be the regular background. So there we go there. This actually looks like Fargus's ship, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because the door to go below deck is right in the middle. I do remember that much, at least, from Fargus's ship. So I think this is the FE7 pirate boat, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so there we go with that. We could also take a look at artwork for these characters, but we'll do that as we take a look at stats. So, alright, here we go with the stats. I'm a little slow on the uptake, by the way, so we might as well pull out the calculator here while we're at it and get a load of their BSTs. We're starting with Nidavellir for some reason. So we got 40 HP on him, 45 attack, 47 speed, 27 defense, and then 21 res. I believe that's what I said it was as well in the actual trailer. So overall BST of 180, which is okay. And then as far as boons and banes are concerned, we've got minus HP. Got nothing on attack there. Got plus speed though, which is good. Got minus defense, okay. And then looks like nothing on res either. So pretty much working with plus speed there for this guy, which, I mean, that makes sense. Although plus attack would have been pretty good as well, because he wants to just spam AoEs for the most part. And he's also giving himself Hexblade, So a nice DPS option here. He's actually a really good unit just based on his support and then the Kanto Distant. So he's giving party-wide pulse, which is always going to be useful. And then he also gives everybody Hexblade as well, which is also pretty useful. The downside to him, though, is that his passives really suck. They didn't give him any unique perf passives or any specials or anything like that. So I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. Like, why would they just shaft him like that? Like, not even giving him a C skill is a little bit overkill. Even if they were going to give him, like, something dog water, like, who cares, right? Like, just give him, I don't know, Def Res Smoke would have been fine, but whatever. It is what it is. So he's good, though. Regardless of being shafted in terms of skills, his weapon is actually pretty good. Okay, then we got this bitch over here. So Eirika number 10. The 10th Eirika in the game. So 40 HP from her, 44 attack, 47 speed, 35 defense, and then 27 res. Okay, so overall, we've got 193, which is pretty good for infantry melee. So she's actually going to be able to score solidly enough for arena mode if you were to get her to plus 10. And as far as boons and banes go, we've got minus HP. Nothing on attack. You got plus speed, of course, as you would expect. Nothing on defense, and then actually plus res, which is not too shabby there. So we got plus speed and plus res. Yeah, you probably actually want to go for those too, right? Or maybe plus attack because she wants to Vantage Sweep. Basically, this unit has Vantage and Null Sea Disrupt and enemy DR piercing and also a ton of pulsing. And then also she just gets non-pierceable DR on her special. I'm pretty sure her special Gust is going to be inheritable. So that's going to be a good skill to pick up alongside her Echo skill, which is pretty much a must if you're going to summon this unit. That's really the main takeaway from her as fodder. And then she also has Distant Bonus Doubler as well, just for good measure. So a very good unit in terms of fodder and for just decking out the rest of your barracks. Okay, next up we've got Amelia over here. Amelia Bedelia getting her first ever ult. So we got here 45 HP. We got 46 attack, 46 speed, 37 defense, and then 33 res for a total of, wow. Oh my god, 207? What the hell? Yeah, so she jumps into the 210 bin. Is she the first unit to score that high? I feel like one of the armored Korins might have also scored that high too, but what was that, like Brave Korin? I think maybe Brave Korin was in that bin as well, but that might be the only other unit. So like 210 BST is pretty cracked, to be honest. So as far as boons and banes are concerned, what do we got here? Doesn't look like anything on HP. We got plus attack, which is nice. All right, nothing on speed. Nothing on defense. And then, what is this for res? I don't think that's anything on res, but I'll double check there. Yeah, that's nothing on res. So pretty much just plus attack. Would have expected plus speed from her as well. She has a built-in frozen effect on her, what was it, B skill or was it her A skill? I think it was her B skill, right? So her B skill is a brand new armored, like, savvy fighter skill that you can give out to your fast armors. It seems pretty good. It has the frozen effect. It's also giving you 10 points of non-pierceable DR on the enemy's first attack and their brave attack. And then it also gives you null follow-up. So, gonna be the bread and butter B skill now for your speedy armor type units. The one downside to this Amelia, I actually think she's a pretty good armored unit. The problem, though, is that they didn't give her Surveillance Shield anywhere, which would have definitely been very helpful for her, especially when you consider Attuned Micaiah has effective against armor, and she is pretty much on every single team at this point. So, effective against armor protection would have been very helpful for this Amelia, but she just doesn't have it, so I guess RIP. Okay, next up we have Forde over here. So, Forde is an interesting unit as well. He's a cavalry, like, stat ball, but he's going for unity effects as opposed to like bonus doubler effects. So we got 40 HP from Kyle, 45 attack, 45 speed, 37 defense, and then 18 res. So grand total of 185 for him, which is pretty good for a melee cav. All right, and then for boons and banes, we got minus HP. We got nothing on attack there. We got plus speed, which is solid. All right, nothing on defense, and then Looks like nothing on res either. So, yeah, he's pretty much just a Unity stat ball. I would have liked it if he gave some kind of start-to-turn support. Like, they've been doing this for a lot of the Cav-type units. Like, for example, Isadora gave the support bonus doubler effect and things like that. So, I would have liked it if he could do something like that, too. Unfortunately, he's trying to just solo get all of the stuff to himself and then take care of the enemies that way. He does have a Unity A skill, and then his weapon is giving him Unity on top of, like, an extra bonus on Dominance where he gets, instead of 100% of his debuffs as bonus damage, he's getting 150% of his debuffs as bonus damage. So he's going to be hitting pretty hard, actually, and he should be a decent stat ball, especially if you're comboing him with other units that give grand strategy, like maybe the Duo Crom or the Legendary Robin or things like that. He could start looking pretty good in terms of stats. The downside, though, is that you don't really want to be doing that with a melee cav. Like, that's the type of playstyle you would reserve for an infantry type of unit. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of an awkward choice there, but he should still be a decently effective unit. Okay, and then next up we have Kyle over here. So, Kyle is going to be just a 3-star and 4-star randomly introduced character. Not going to be focused on this banner, but you'll be able to summon him anyway. Similar to a lot of other units like Tatiana and so on. So for Kyle, let's take a look here. He's got 41 HP. We got 47 attack, which is pretty high, actually. All right, then we got 31 speed, 45 defense, and then 21 res. All right, so overall 185, tied with Forde. You know, I'm surprised we got Forde and Kyle before Lance and Alan. Like, are we ever going to get Lance and Alan? The only red and green knight combo that I actually like, besides maybe Ken's Insane. Okay, so Boons and Banes for Kyle. Let's take a look here. Okay, minus HP. Yeah, plus attack, which is nice. All right, as far as speed goes, let's take a look. I think this is minus speed. Yeah, it is minus speed. Interesting. Okay, nothing on defense. Would have liked plus defense on him, actually. And then nothing on res there. So pretty much we're just working with plus attack on Kyle. 47 is pretty good, not going to lie, especially for a demo type of unit. But, man. So what is the plan with this guy? You just give him a Brave Lance and then have him hit the enemies twice and then maybe give him like some kind of bonfire access so he can just ramp into it, or like no quarter or something like that. He's probably not the worst for like a 3-star, 4-star demote on a banner. Like, that seems decent enough. I'm not going to be too hard on him, but yeah, would have liked a little bit more speed there, maybe. Okay, and then finally we have Glenn, who is going to be our Grand Hero Battle. This guy's got some pretty good artwork too as well, so nice to see them holding it down with the free-to-play artwork once again. Now, Glenn is a very long-awaited unit, of course. So, we got 43 HP, 45 attack, 34 speed, 47 defense, and then 20 res for a total of 189 overall. And we did see that he has a perf weapon, so that is going to help him out quite a bit. Okay, as far as scoring is concerned, looks like minus HP. Actually, is that minus HP? Hold on. No, it's not minus HP. Okay, forget I said that. All right, nothing on attack. Yeah, nothing on speed either. Wow. Okay, plus defense. His super boon is in defense. And then we got nothing on res. Okay, so it's hard to really say what this guy's usefulness is going to be until we take a look at his weapon, but as far as scoring goes, he seems to score just as high as, what's his name again? Oh, man, Arion, right? I think Arion was his name, the dude who had Gungnir, and then he just gave party-wide charge effect pretty much to your flyers. So he should be able to score as high as Arion, considering that he's got the perf weapon, and then let's actually take a look at what that does here. Okay, so Glenn, our boy Glenn, Sunstone's Blade, 16 might, 1 range, defense up 3, grants attack and defense up 4 to allies in 3 rows and 3 columns center on unit during those allies' combat, and recovers 10 HP to those allies after combat. Okay, so he's got one of those, like, long-range support effects that they've been giving out to all these Wyvern free-to-play units. Okay, also, if unit initiates combat, or if there is an ally in 3 rows or 3 columns center on unit, grants all stats of 5 to unit, inflicts a penalty on foes' attack and defense equal to 20% of units' attack and defense at the start of combat, reduce damage from foes' attacks by 15% of units' defense. Oh, wow, they gave him both of those. And then unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat and recovers 10 HP after combat. Yeah, this is pretty good. He's got true DR based on defense, and then also defense-based attack and defense drop to the enemy. That's pretty fire. Honestly, that's a really good weapon for him. And then you can give him, of course, there's like a plethora of good melee flyer skills right now. Guard Bearing 4, Gambit 4, if you want to go for that. What else is there? Like, you give him Snap. Rain Snap is good. Guidance 4, Soaring Guidance, of course, also good. But you would probably want to give this guy Soaring Echo and then Rain Snap. And then there's one more B skill. I think it's Wyvern Rift is the other B skill that I'm forgetting about for these flying type units. That's really good. Okay, he's got Ignis as his special. We got, oh, they set him up perfectly, didn't they, for Wyvern Rift, right? So he's got Wyvern Flight 3 as his B skill, which is pretty good. We'll definitely take that for a free-to-play unit. And then he's got Flyer Guidance as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, they held it down with this boy. They gave him some good fodder. Now you can ease up on the Travant copies. You don't have to keep on buying Travant from the Grail shop to get this. So that's definitely very good. Oh, this guy has Attack and Defense Clash 3. That's pretty good. I think we just got this, though. I believe a recent Grand Hero Battle unit also came with this, but it is nice to get this in the actual demote pool as opposed to having to spend heroic grails on it. All right, then he's also got Attack and Defense Snag 3. Okay, so Amelia's B skill, as everyone would have supposed, it is only for armor types, and Savvy Fighter 3 is the prerequisite skill. All right, Sealed F-Res 3. I don't even know why they bothered showing this. Like, who the hell cares? No one's running this on him. All right, but regardless, though, I guess the prerequisite is Sealed Defense Res 2. Okay, Gust is, in fact, inheritable, as I thought. Glimmer is going to be the prerequisite, and then it's only for infantry types, and then it's also only for sword, lances, and axes by the looks of this. All right, so Dragons and Beasts cannot get it. I know a lot of people were considering giving it to Dragon types, but I didn't think they were going to get it because they already got Dragon Blast. So, Gust is going to be for your sword, axes, and lances only. And then, of course, Null C Disrupt E is for infantry only, as we all guessed. Oh, this guy also has this here. Why did they separate him from the rest of his passives? Okay, regardless, Pursual Lance Plus, 14 Might, 1 Range. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and defense of 5 to unit during combat, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up. So, it's trash, pretty much. Never, ever, ever are you ever going to run that. Okay, so what else do we got here? Okay, we have the artwork as well for the banner. So, Eirika, Attuned Eirika here, once again, stealing her brother's clothes. The sis-con that she is. Or no, the bro-con that she is. Alright, so there we go. I really could care less about her artwork, so it's not bad, but it's just like... Literally, it's Brave Eirika again. Did they forget about that? They made Brave Eirika with his clothes already? Okay, Nidavellir, we've seen his artwork. It's really good. Pretty much like all of the other Book 5 art as well. I really like the artwork for the Book 5 OCs. So there we go once again for him. Okay, Amelia over here. I'm not a fan of the armor, though. I like the shoulder pads and the waist pads are a little too big. But this is pretty much how she looked as an armor type unit in Sacred Stones, so I guess it makes sense. She also has the chain on the lance, too, which is a nice throwback. All right, there we go there. And then finally, the injured artwork. I kind of prefer her Jotunheim artwork, actually, from the Resplendent, though. That one was pretty fire. All right, then we got Forde over here. Forde up next. Is it just me, or does Forde look exactly like George? They both have the blonde hair and the ponytail like, and they have like the archer style of armor, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so there we go for him, and then we have Kyle up next. I don't think I've ever used either Forde or Kyle in a run of Sacred Stones. That just dawned on me out of nowhere. Typically, if I use a Cav-type unit, I'll go for Franz. But yeah, there's not really much reason to run Forde or Kyle in Sacred Stones. Okay, and then finally we have Glenn, of course. Glenn, the goated GHB artwork that he's got here. Alright, this pose is a little bit awkward. Alright, I like the special effect there from the special attack. And then we got the injured artwork for him. Pretty good. And I believe that's pretty much it. That's everything we have to cover. We'll just refresh real quick and make sure that is everything. Oh, we have spoilers for the actual chapter, but we're not going to go into that. So that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're going to be summoning on the banner, then best of luck to you. But I think I'm probably going to sit this one out. I'll just dump all of my tickets onto green, hopefully get an Eirika, and that'll be that. So take care, fellas, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.